Two different approaches to this question. First of all, you could actually write it just as the recurring decimals and then attempt to add them. So 0.07 recurring looks like this. Now, of course, when you do additions, you always start from the right-hand side and work your way to the left. Now here it goes on forever. So we've sort of got to pick one and maybe not worry about what the answer is because we don't know if we're carrying over. But now we can see that we are going to carry over one to the next one. And then I'm going to get 16, carry over one, and so on until I get to this point here and I'll get a 9. So that can be really quick. The answer is going to be 0.96 recurring. Second approach is to write both as fractions. And I don't know, this is actually how I did it, but now I've done it the first way, I much prefer that to be honest. But let's go with it. So 0.8 recurring is actually 8 over 9. That might be something you know. It's worth learning that like 0.1 recurring is 1 over 9, etc. But and by the way, this has an interesting case where you get to 9 over 9 because that would be 0.9 recurring if you follow the same theme, but it's also equal to 1. These two are actually the same thing, and this is a very quick explanation of that proof. But right, what if we don't know? Well, we can say that x can equal 0.8 recurring, and then 10x will equal 8.8 recurring. This is the classic way to deal with this problem because now we can subtract them and get 9x get equals 8, so x is equal to 8 over 9. That's a method you can use to go from recurring decimals back to fractions. With 0.7 recurring, well, in a similar way, 0.7 recurring is going to be 7 over 9. So if we divide both by 10, it will give 0.07 recurring equals 7 over 90. So what we have to do here is actually add 8 over 9 to 7 over 90 as a fraction. We can put it over a common denominator. It's going to be 80 over 90 plus 7 over 90, which is going to give 87 over 90. I could cancel that down. Yeah, I suppose I could do that. I could divide through by 3. It's going to give 29 over 30. But ultimately, we need to divide, like try and now do a short division. But instead of dividing by 30, we can actually change it to 2.9 over 3. So now it's going to be a lot easier to do the short division. And you could have done that up here. You could have done 8.7 divided by 9. It's just a little bit simpler to divide by 3. So 3's into 2 don't go. Carry it across. We're going to get 3's into 29. That's going to go 9 times, remainder 2. And then it's going to be 6, remainder 2. And we see in the same way, we're going to get this 0.96 recurring. So two approaches, both good, both worth learning. Okay, I hope you're happy with that.